The shocking return of Roman Reigns' leukemia shows things can change at a moment's notice in WWE, with wrestlers sidelined and the company forced to find a new star to headline the company. Fortunately for WWE, there are a number of stars capable of grabbing the brass ring and representing the promotion as its top babyface. Here are 11 WWE superstars most likely to become the new face of the company in 2019.
Are you ready?
Hello wrestling fans, this is Van Venom, and if you're new to our channel, please remember to subscribe and put the notifications on so you don't miss any of our unbelievable videos. Number 11. Finn Balor. Finn Balor could have been the new face of WWE back in 2017, but he went into a downward spiral after his injury following his winning of the Universal Championship. There's no question WWE dropped the ball on Balor's career following his return, but there's still time to restore it. Although it's unlikely the WWE will give him a shot as their top dog in 2019, he can't be ruled out as a viable candidate for the top spot. The only problem would be that WWE would have to spend some time rehabilitating Balor's value in the eyes of the fans. Utilizing his demon persona would be a good way to jumpstart his career, and a series of meaningful wins could be all that's needed to remind the WWE Universe what makes Balor so special. Number 10. Johnny Gargano. As we'll see, NXT has a number of workers ready to not only hit the main roster, but to hit the ground running. One such worker is Johnny Gargano, who's been nothing short of amazing on NXT, becoming its #1 babyface and wrestling spectacular matches that somehow managed to top the previous ones. Although Gargano could fall into the 205 Live trap due to his stature, he's much more than a cruiserweight, and he fits the mold of wrestlers such as Daniel Bryan and A.J. Styles, who excelled despite being less than 6 feet tall. Gargano is ready for the main roster, and it will be interesting to see if the WWE capitalizes on his talent and fan support, affording him an opportunity to hit the top, or whether it squanders yet another NXT talent on Raw or SmackDown. Number 9. Elias. Elias is another wrestler who is way over with the fans, but who seems to be stuck doing comedy spots for WWE. There's nothing wrong with wrestlers who work as comic relief. Santino Marella made a career out of it, much to the delight of the WWE Universe. However, Elias fans feels there's much more he can contribute than getting a few laughs. When a wrestler connects with the fans as Elias has, it's a waste not to give him a chance to run with it. Anyone doubting Elias's potential as WWE's new face of the company needs to know Elias has been around just 1 year, and yet he had 2 of the company's top-selling shirts. Merchandise sales are a huge part of the WWE's consideration in making a wrestler its top babyface, and the fact that Elias did so as a heel makes you wonder how much further he can go if he works as the company's top babyface. Number 8. EC3. Fans might be surprised that Michael Hunter Hutter, a wrestler who had a huge run as Dixie Carter's storyline nephew Ethan Carter III in TNA, is working in the WWE. However, Hutter is no stranger to the McMahon's company, having worked there before, and his TNA run was impressive enough that they signed him for another shot at WWE stardom. So far, EC3 has proved to be more than just a big fish in the NXT small pond, giving fans hope he could find success on the main roster, even going so far as to become the promotion's top babyface at some point. EC3 has the body type Vince McMahon still thinks of during his 2:30 a.m. workouts, and while EC3 is more of a dark horse candidate, don't rule him out. Number 7. Cesaro. While Cesaro and Sheamus have excelled in their tag team as The Bar, it's time for WWE to give Cesaro his long overdue singles push. The Swiss Superman is arguably one of the most underutilized talents in the WWE. Yes, we know that covers a lot of wrestlers, and he could be a breakout star if the WWE gave him the chance. At 37, he's shown he can excel in singles action and tag team competition both during his time as Claudio Castagnoli and as Cesaro. While the chances of Cesaro becoming the WWE's top face are nowhere near some of his younger competitors, especially due to his lack of mic skills, the WWE might consider him in a pinch should the injury bug sideline any other candidates. Number 6. Samoa Joe. Despite suffering some high-profile losses, Samoa Joe hasn't lost his luster as one of WWE's most dangerous individuals. Although some fans were disappointed that Joe couldn't win the WWE Championship from AJ Styles, Joe continues to put on action-packed matches that showcase his non-traditional and intimidating look. The WWE roster is full of wrestlers that Joe could work excellent matches with, and while it's arguable Joe works best as a heel, he's shown he can work face as well. Granted, Joe's 39 and that makes him a long-shot candidate, but he shouldn't be excluded from the list. Number 5. Drew McIntyre. Ever since McIntyre returned to WWE, there's been talk of him claiming the top spot that seemed to be a sure thing during his first run in WWE. Once upon a time, Drew McIntyre's role as the WWE's next top star was a given, with the company proclaiming him as its chosen one and giving him a push to reflect it. Unfortunately, success eluded McIntyre for a number of reasons, and he was future endeavored. A run in TNA saw McIntyre shine as a main eventer and world champion, leading to the WWE bringing him back. After success in NXT, McIntyre seems poised for greatness in the WWE with a huge push suggesting the promotion is positioning him to become its next monster. Right now, it's monster as in monster heel, but as history has shown, even the darkest of monsters can win the fans' hearts and become the promotion's #1 babyface. Undertaker, anyone? Number 4. Velvetine Dream. If you don't watch NXT, you might be asking who in the blue hell is Velvetine Dream? If you do watch NXT, you're probably asking why he isn't on the main roster, as he has the kind of charisma that even the WWE's writing team can't kill. While it may be premature to say that Velveteen Dream has the same kind of aura that The Rock had, it'd be wrong not to mention the similarities. Still doubt Velveteen Dream's potential? Consider that none other than John Cena, aka the face that runs the place, has praised the 22-year-old NXT talent as someone who could be the one. During an appearance at Orlando's 2018 MegaCon, Cena remarked, "You know how in the Star Wars movies the old Jedis can look at the rookie Jedis and be like, I think that's the one." I kinda have a weird, odd, midichlorian feeling about Velveteen Dream. I think there's something special there. Number 3. Seth Rollins. Seth Rollins served well as the WWE's go-to villain during the Authority's heyday, holding on to the WWE Championship for an extended reign that likely would have gone longer had he not been injured. Although Rollins isn't an imposing physical specimen like Roman Reigns or Braun Strowman, his outstanding mic skills and in-ring abilities make up for that. Rollins has the ability to carry the WWE standard for years to come, and rumor has it the WWE is building Rollins up for a WrestleMania 35 main event against Brock Lesnar for the Universal Championship. If so, the WWE may have made up their mind about who their top face will be. Number 2. Braun Strowman. Braun Strowman's imposing look and size makes him a natural heel, but like Hulk Hogan, Strowman has the charisma to be readily embraced by the fans, something that happened, but which took the WWE months to capitalize on. Anyone familiar with Strowman's past knows that he has a great sense of humor and matching charisma, something he utilized during his time as a competitor on the Strongman Championship circuit. With the exception of Strowman's time as a Rosebud, the WWE has largely utilized him as a menacing monster heel, neglecting his other talents. However, Strowman has yet to hold the Universal Championship and is embroiled in a meaningless feud with Baron Corbin. By some accounts, Strowman has been his own worst enemy backstage, allowing his ego to sabotage career-changing pushes. Add in knee problems, and you have a big man who has everything to become a main event player for some time, but only if he can stay focused and healthy. Number 1. Dean Ambrose. For whatever reason, Ambrose never seemed to stick at the top when he worked as a babyface, and his squash loss to Brock Lesnar at WrestleMania 32 and awful feud with Bray Wyatt didn't help. And while it may be too early to tell how well the lunatic fringe is faring in solo action as a heel, admittedly, his feud with Seth Rollins has been underwhelming. Still, if his past work in the indies is of any indication, he could totally shine as a heel, particularly if he takes advantage of his character as an unhinged madman. By then, the fans will probably be cheering him, and the WWE could organically switch him to babyface, making him their #1 guy. As you can see, the WWE has the talent ready to jump into the main event spotlight as its #1 babyface. Whether or not they succeed is something that only time and booking can tell. I'm Van Venom, and as always, thanks for watching, and don't forget to put a like, subscribe, and leave your opinion in the comments below.